everyone, I'm Captain Logan. It's time for another Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid video. I have been threatening more content on this game, and here it comes. So far, I've just done demos and introduction videos for newcomers to the game. This one is going to be more for the initiated. Today, I want to show you a playthrough of my solo mode. This is a scheme that I came up with on my own, and has been refined a little bit by a few of the players on the Heroes of the Grid Facebook group, or I guess now the Power Rangers Tabletop Facebook group, because that is also starting to include the Renegade, because Renegade is making now 2 Power Rangers games. There is a deck builder that's coming out next year that the I almost said Kickstarter, but I guess just the pre-order has started for. So check that out. It looks really cool. I'm going to try that out as well. But today, I'm going to play all by my lonesome. And this game is not intended initially to be played solo, but it is really easy to modify it that way. And a lot of people play solo in different ways. A lot of people are playing solo because with especially the pandemic, they haven't necessarily been able to get friends over to play the game, and they have all this content, and it can get pricey. They've got all this cool stuff laying around that they can't use, and so even though the creator of the game, Jonathan Ying, doesn't want to put in, and I totally understand why, this is not a knock at all against him, but he doesn't want to have official rules for solo mode because the whole point of Power Rangers is teamwork, and the whole point of the board game is cooperative game playing together. There is now a sort of competitive mode with Mastermind mode, and I might get my kids together and at some point demo that for you as well. But today I want to show you the way I play solo. A lot of people like to play multiple hands at once. I play with just one hand, and I know that drives some people crazy because it's a lot more limiting in not being able to split off and go in different directions, but I wanted to see if there was a way to play the game the exact same way that you would if you had other people with you, except you're just by yourself. So there is a doubles mode, which you have to play if you're playing 2-player, or if you want to play 3 players and you're playing with 6 Rangers, where the rules are modified and you play with more than 10 cards in your deck, where you combine decks together. And I wanted to see if there was a way to make that work for 1 player. So instead of having to play with several different decks at once and keep up with everything and essentially like simulate a game with multiple players playing by yourself, I wanted to play with just 1 deck. I'm going to flip over to the board now. We're just going to focus on what we're looking at on the board, and I'm going to show you how I do this, and we're going to play a game. I'm going to finally play through an entire game. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right to it. Alright, so here's how my solo mode works. You take 3 Rangers, any 3 Rangers that you want to play as. You're going to play them as a single unit, and you're going to shuffle their 3 decks together. I have chosen Zeo Ranger 5 Red, Rebel Ranger Slayer, and Gold Ranger Trey of Triforia. I generally prefer to play as Trey instead of Jason. There are 2 cards for that character because Trey's power lets you resolve the Gold Ranger ability for any card that you play, just like Jason does, but instead of manipulating where cards go, it lets you spend an energy to resolve that ability a second time, which I find super useful and use quite a bit. So that's how I'm going to play. Really difficult not to get a Tommy in there somewhere. There's so many Tommies in this game now. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to shuffle our 3 decks together. And hopefully there's not too much glare on this table, but hopefully it's also lit well enough. I feel like I'm playing a backroom poker game all by my lonesome right now. I wanted to use this opportunity, by the way, to show off some new stuff from the recent acquisitions from the last Kickstarter. So I just got the stuff over the weekend. People have been asking me if I was going to show some of it off. I didn't do an unboxing or anything because we don't have, a huge contingency yet. Hopefully more folks will start coming in and I can do more of this content for Heroes of the Grid, so I didn't know how many people would actually care about that. But I've integrated a little bit of it into the game here. So you see these Nemesis cards? These are, hopefully you guys can see these. These are the Psycho Rangers, and I have put a couple of Psycho Rangers in my deployment here. So and actually, I haven't set this up yet. I'm going to have a couple of Psycho Rangers in the deployment. So we're going to take 2 random ones, and we're going to use them as regular monsters. There are a couple of different modes to play with the Psycho Rangers. We're going to do them as regular monsters. As you can see, it's a new card type. It's Nemesis. I kind of wish that these still said monsters so that it was easier to do random draws with them. But I'm thinking about, and I've heard that complaint from other folks, but I got a comment about that the other day, and I'm with that guy about it. But I'm thinking about sleeving all of the monster and Nemesis cards as one color to avoid that problem. So anyway, let me go ahead and get my deployments finished here, because I thought I had that set up already, and I do not. So I'm going to need my boss. So I'm doing 2 random, like I said, Psycho Rangers, and then I've decided that today we are going to play, if I can find him, against King Mondo. King Mondo, because he came in the Machine Empire set, and I have not gotten to fight him yet. He was in a game we played the other day, but we didn't quite get there. We got overrun and completely panicked before we could get to King Mondo. So that sucks, but hopefully I get to him this time. I picked some more powerful characters, particularly Gold Ranger, to help us get through this a little bit more easily, so hopefully we at least see the last boss. I have stacked this difficult enough. I'm actually not expecting to win, but I'm hoping to at least get to the boss. We'll see if we can manage that. That might be wishful thinking. Okay, so let's set up our deployments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to show you guys what a regular game for me looks like. There's our boss. We are playing today against Quantrons, which is a new henchman, a new foot soldier, and we are playing against regular putties. I thought I'd do a really hard one and a really easy one. So that's how we're going to handle that. And we've got our deployments ready. Okay, so the way I'm doing solo mode is we've got 3 energy for reserves, because when you play doubles, you get 2 energy for each of your Rangers, so naturally we're going to play with 3. I put 3 energy in the pool. Usually when you play doubles, you don't get any energy in the pool, but I figure since I'm playing alone, even with a 30-card deck, and, bigger draws, it's still probably going to be nigh impossible if I don't have, essentially, lives. So if that makes it too easy, it hasn't so far. I think I've won 1 solo game in total, and that's making me think that either I'm just not great at this game, or I am going to need to adjust it again a little bit. So I'm keeping with what I've got right now, and I may keep adjusting this, but that energy has been necessary in the past, and I still haven't won. So we're going to play with 3 energy. We're going to play with 6 action tokens, instead of the 2 that you'd usually get if you were playing a 5 or 6 man game, and the 3 that you'd get if you're playing, 3 or less, or is it even as much as 4? I forget. I don't think I've ever played a 4-player game. This is new. This is awesome. So we have a map now, essentially, that it lets you put out your foot soldiers and your monsters and your bosses. This is made mostly because of Mastermind mode. And again, I want to show you guys that at some point in case you haven't gotten to see it yet. We'll do a demo of that eventually, hopefully. But that is a 9-panel grid and plays a little bit differently because the Mastermind gets to move around and manipulate the board. But this is the regular board, and usually I just play right here on the green. But now I get to look at Power Rangers fighting putties the whole time, and Rita down there at the bottom, it's gorgeous. I wish I got to play with the Lord Zed side up all the time, but that is fine. This is really cool looking. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right into it and start putting out our deployments. So you'll have to bear with me as I walk back and forth between here and the shelves behind us to get the figures as they come out. And I'll show you some of my paint jobs. I've got Zeo Ranger 5 here, and also Gold Ranger. These are both painted, as you can see. And then I have primed and done an initial base coat on Rebel Ranger Slayer. I'm not sure how I feel about that particular color of pink so far. That's why I mixed, and it's a little bit Pepto-Bismol. I might have to repaint it with a new paint, or with a new paint that I recently got. So she's not finished, but she's on the board because I wanted to play as her. And let me go grab each of these as we go. So we're going to put out 4 deployments instead of 5, as you usually would with a multiple man game, because 5 has just been too many, and I can either drop that back or have an absurd number of action tokens, which I really don't want to do. And frankly, I've only got even 2 more plastic ones as it is, so I'm just what I've got to work with. So let's just play with 6 and with 4 deployments. Here we go. So first we're going to need 2 Quantrons at KO 35. So I'm going to grab those. My kids and I like to call it Knockout 35. And then we got 2 more Quantrons at Ernie's Juice Bar. A place that I don't think Quantrons have ever been seen at. Jason says these guys look like they're holding batleths. He likes to call them the Klingons. 3 regular putties at the park. Some of my putties are finished, and some of them are halfway done, and some of them are primed, but not totally painted yet. I'm all over the place with my putties. We've been in the middle of painting quite a few lately. 2 regular putties, also with the juice bar. And that's it, because we're just doing deployments of 4, which I forgot when I set this scheme up. So I may need to take a couple things out just to make sure that a monster comes out on turns 2 and 3, and then the boss at the end. Okay, so again, what will drive some players crazy is not being able to split up and having to go one at a time. In my mind, it's still teamwork because it's 3 characters playing as one, and yeah, sometimes in the show you see Power Rangers split up and go to multiple places, but very often they're all fighting together, so it still feels like Power Rangers to me. I am going to start, I think, at, let's see, nothing is close to panic, and looking at how many locations have bad guys at them, I think we have a good chance at clearing the whole board first round. So this looks pretty simple, even though we've got some Quantrons there, and they are difficult. I think we'll start with Quantrons just so that you guys that haven't seen them yet can see what some of their cards do. So let's go over to KO 35. We're going to flip an action to do that. We're going to flip another action to initiate. We're going to put 2 energy in the shared energy pool, or today, the solo, all by my lonesome, lonely energy pool. And for my solo scheme, I'm going to draw hands of 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or I should say up to 10. And of course, that's a lot. That gives you a ton of firepower at once. But when you're playing by yourself and you don't have anybody else to come help you, you're going to need that. So if I was playing solo with separate hands, I would still have the equivalent of 10 cards at least. As it is, if I took, 2 or more figures to one place. I started with 9. My logic there was, well, you usually have a 5-card hand when you're playing by yourself. When you play doubles, you get 7. So it seemed to make sense to me to add just 2 more. But with a 30-card deck, I kind of like the round number of 10, where you're playing with exactly a third of the cards in your deck at any given time. So let's go ahead and put out our Quantrons. We're going to have just 2. And they come out as follows. We've got a Phalanx formation. Yikes, that is the worst one. So that is going to be worth 2 right now, because their health is however many Quantrons are currently in this location, or I should say foot soldiers in general. It's just Quantrons right now. So that's just a 2. That's not too bad right now. It's guarding Cyber Slash, which is fast. That's actually going to hit us first. Deal 3 damage unless a ranger discards 1 card from their hand to prevent it. I like that one because I can stop it pretty easily without even having to waste a mitigator. Oops, that's not my hand. Here, I'll shuffle these since I looked at them. Okay. So, I don't have any real good way to get around fast with these particular characters. There are now a couple things in the game that do that. One of them from the new Space Rangers. I guess I could have thrown a Space Ranger in here so you guys could have seen their cards, but I haven't played with them enough yet to be real comfortable mixing them. So why don't... I guess I'm just going to go ahead and have to deal with the Cyber Slash. So that is going to hit me for 3 damage unless I discard, which I'm going to do. And let me see what I've got here. I kind of don't want to get rid of anything. I guess I could lose one of my more piddly attacks because I have quite a bit in the way of attacks right now. I don't really want to lose my, Red Riposte, my defense card either. So, yeah, I'm just going to drop out Star Strike, I guess? I don't know. I'm happy with this hand right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try to take out that Phalanx formation, which should be pretty easy. I'm going to... Let's see. I almost just started throwing energy at myself, but I don't think I'm really going to need it. I should be good. So, actually, you know what? I think instead of that, I'm going to hang on to this. I'm going to get rid of an Inspiring Presence because I don't need energy that bad right now. And I'm going to... Let me think. Flying Power Kick. I may want to hang on to that for that Cyber Slash. I don't have a ton of attacks right now, which is why I realized that was a bad idea and I better bring it back. That's going to drain in energy when it resolves. Yeah, I guess I will just do a Terra Kick. Just 2 dice. That card sounds like it should be a Dino Thunder card. Alright, here we go. And I hit it for 3. That was lucky. Alright, cool. So then that's going to resolve. And now I just have to deal with that Cyber Slash. I only have 1 chance at killing it. So I'm going to try. Let's put this on the track, of course. And should I do a Flying Power Kick? Yeah, I'm going to do a Flying Power Kick. This may not actually kill this Quantron. I guess I could also add a Power Pod Sword to it and add a die just to be on the safe side. I think I will do that. Okay. So let's throw 4 dice at Cyber Slash. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. And that kills it. Cool. So we have defeated our first 2 Quantrons. Congratulations to the 3 of us. Shuffle our Quantrons. And there we go. All right. So now let's go to... I mean, I really think we're going to be able to take all of this out, so let's go ahead and just keep moving around the board, shall we? And we'll come over here to Ernie's Juice Bar. Now we're going to deal with 2 more Quantrons again, but also 2 putties. So we flip to move, we flip to initiate. You probably know the drill. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drawn back up to 10. And let me see, do I want... I guess I am perpetually the lead ranger, so I'll just let the lead ranger token live right here. Put it over here in case I need this area for something. Well, this table, but it's a little squeaky and a little shaky. Need to reinforce that somehow at some point. It's not the most stable thing. Okay, let's go ahead and put out putties first. Being the only ranger and the lead ranger, I get to decide the order. So we're going to do Swarm Attack, Cannon Fodder, which is guarding Swarm Attack. Ooh, you know, I had a guarded card. I mess up guard all the time, and I'm just thinking back, did I screw that up, or did I kill the guard card before? I think I did. I think I killed the guard card before I went backwards. Okay, if I cheated there, I apologize, and I will try really hard not to cheat from now on. That's one thing that I really like about playing with other people, especially my kids. They always check me on that, because I have a tendency to forget about guard. And then, our 2 Quantrons, we've got priority target and another priority target. So that sword attack's guarded. I can't attack it right away unless I can get around guard. And that's part of why I picked Rebel Ranger Slayer, because she's got some stuff that does that. But none of it is in my hand at this very moment. I also forgot about her finishing shot from last time, but I didn't need it. So no big deal. And if you're not familiar with him, he's I think one of, if not my favorite Zeo Rangers, although Blue is really good too. I mean, for the game. But Tommy's Zeo Ranger ability is Shining Star. Once per battle, you may reveal 1 card from your hand and use the star ability on that card as if it were revealed for defense, which is really nice. That's a good way to gain energy, because he's got a lot of energy gaining cards. And that's neither here nor there. I just want to tell you about it. Okay, I think I'm going to get hit by 5 damage from that swarm attack, because I don't really have any good way to get around it. So I'm just trying to decide how I want to play this, because I'm getting a lot of maneuvers and things, and not a lot of great attacks. A lot of 2 dice attacks right now. Yeah, I'm not seeing the things that I wish I was seeing right now. I guess I'm going to go ahead and, just be on the safe side, use Shining Star and gain an energy. Per the star power on Star Strike, if this card is revealed for defense, gain 1 energy, so we do that as if it were revealed for defense. That's the one time I can do that this turn. Then I'm going to play Star Strike, and I'm going to throw 2 dice at cannon fodder. And I only hit it for 1, which is about what I figured would happen. And then Swarm Attack is going to resolve. It's going to hit me for 5, because it deals 1 damage, and then 1 more for every foot soldier in the location. 4 plus 1 is 5. And so let me see if I have a reaction to deal with that damage. I have a couple, and I'm trying to decide which one I would prefer to use right now. Oh, that's good. I'm going to use Golden Guard. Play this card when any ranger suffers damage to reduce it by 2, so that's going to make it just 3 defense, or 3 damage that I have to take, and then I can use the Gold Ranger ability per Trey's power of Triforia, move 1 hit token from an enemy card of your choice to another enemy card, and I'm going to go ahead and put that over here, since that, well, do I want to do that, or do I want to just leave it as it is? Because I'm going to have to deal with that pretty... Yeah, because I'm going to kill that next anyway, and so it doesn't matter that this is guarded. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it. Never mind, it's fine. So I will just use that to mitigate my damage. No big deal, no reason to get greedy. And I see 3 defense here, so I lose Flying Power Kick, but that's all I lose. And now I just got to hit Cannon Fodder for 2. It is my turn. So let's hit, let me see here. Armored Blow, Ranger of your choice may draw 1 card. Yeah, let's go ahead and just throw 2 dice at it. Armored Blow, I'm going to use the Gold Ranger ability on that card to draw a card. I got another Red Repo Stay, so lots of defense reactions right now. And that Ranger may choose 1 card from their hand and place it on top of their deck. I don't think that's maybe especially necessary at the moment. Maybe I'll do that. The main reason to do that is to increase your deck thickness in case you're getting low, so that you don't die. But I'm in pretty good shape right now, so I'm not going to worry about that, I don't think. I think I'm fine with it in my hand. Let's go ahead and throw 2 dice at Cannon Fodder. Please, please, please. This is not going great. Okay, so that is then going to hit me for 2 damage. And now it's time to get embarrassed, folks. So I'm going to play Red Repo Stay and add 2 defense once I reveal a card. Let's reveal the card first. So Gold Rush add 2 defense to Gold Rush, put it at the bottom of my deck. Okay, well, I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to take out right now. I just don't have the best attacks. I mean, it's a couple of 2 dice, at least at this point, actually, it's like 1 2-dice attack. I started with 10 cards. I had like 3 attacks total. Learn to shuffle me. Okay. Priority target. It looks like I'm just going to take a bunch of damage and cry is really what's going to happen. Okay, Veteran Instincts. Gain an energy. We have plenty of energy right now. What we don't have is good cards. So we're going to use Veteran Instincts to draw up to 2 cards and then immediately play another card. Drawing 2 cards. Here we go. Lead by example and Piercing Shot. That's what we need. Okay, so Piercing Shot is going to cost 1 energy if this attack defeats the target. Deal any remaining damage from this attack to an enemy card adjacent to the target. So the hope is that we throw a 4 or better. So let's just hope for the best. Here we go. 1 energy. Throwing 3 dice at priority target. And we only hit it for 2. Because of course we did. Not going great. 3 damage to the lead ranger. Well, that is me by default. I cannot believe how many of these I'm throwing right now. Red Riposte. And there's Lightning Rod. This is what I've been wanting this whole time, by the way. So that is going to turn that into a 4, and that goes to the bottom of my deck. Oops. Okay. So now I'm just wondering if I should let myself take the 3 damage here in a second, just so that I can kill at least a couple of these. That may be what I end up doing. I don't know, just playing 2 attack or 2 cards right now even help me? No, it doesn't, because I only have 2 attacks as it is. Okay, whatever. So Star Strike, 2 dice at priority target. I don't have anything to manipulate where extra damage goes or anything. Okay, alright. Well, at least I've got Finishing Shot here in a second. That's good. Oh, great. Now I roll 4. Alright, so that's what happens. So priority target is gone. Finally, I killed something. This Quantron goes over here. Halfway to a Zord. Priority target resolves. Hits me for 3 damage. And I have no more mitigators because all I've been doing is playing mitigators. 1, 2, 3, 4. How much of this you guys are able to see? Can you see my discard pile? Maybe I should put it up here. Is it? Yeah, no, that's fine. You can kind of see it there. Okay. So, priority target resolved. Finishing Shot. After the last enemy card in the combat sequence resolves, deal 1 damage to an enemy card of your choice. So I'm going to deal 1 damage to Cannon Fodder. That kills that. Both Quantrons have been destroyed. People on the Facebook have been making fun of the way the Quantrons got delivered to us because I don't think anybody yet has gotten a bag of Quantrons that didn't have at least one of these really warped. This one is not bad, but some of these swords have been crazy, and I don't think we're looking at any of mine that are nuts, but I've got a couple that are real super warped that just like, you know, kind of do like an S and kind of snake, and it can get pretty funny. Okay. And there's probably ways to kind of warp it back into shape if that's really a big deal to you. I just find it kind of amusing. Alright, so I killed 2. I have 1 more chance now to take out something, and I need to beat one of these 3. It's ridiculous, but I'm going to go ahead and throw Zeo Battle Sword because that's all I have, and I really hate to come out of this only beating half of these. So, time for a heavy hitter, folks. Here's my big power weapon, Zeo Battle Sword. After you resolve it, it's a 5 dice attack. After you resolve this attack, reveal up to 2 cards from your hand and resolve the star abilities on these cards as if they were revealed for defense. That is a really cool ability. We'll see if it's even going to be useful for us. So, pay all the energy that was left in the pool. I'm going to go after that priority target at the end. Doesn't really matter which one I attack. Oh, wait a minute. One of these should be a Putty, and one of these should be a Quantron. So we'll go after the other Quantron since I thought I killed it anyway. We're going to throw 5 dice at it and see if we can hit it for better than 3. Or for 3 or better. And if not, I'm going to cry because this has been ridiculous. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, I guess I'm crying. That's nuts. I guess I'm crying. That's awful. Okay, well, that was a crappy roll. Let's see if I have any, and I have no star abilities on any of these cards. That's the pits, man. All right. Well, no reason to dwell on it. We'll just move on. Sometimes, folks, it's just the roll of the dice. We are all slaves to it. Okay. Cannot believe I wasted that. Okay. Let's go ahead and do one more battle here. So if I wanted to, I could go ahead and just take out that last putty, or that last putty in that Quantron, or I can go over to Angel Grove Park and take out those 3. You know, I had planned on going over to the park, but since I can't clear the whole board right now anyway, I think it would be probably more prudent to flip over one action and use the other to recover. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we're just going to pull out another putty, and another Quantron. I couldn't think of recover. I was going to say power up, but I don't need to do that because I don't need to move to the command center. By the way, I could have played with the Astro Mega Ship, but it doesn't in the middle. And I'm trying to remember what it does instead of allowing you to power up. It gives you a different ability. It's something about like like a 3-card draw or something? I forget what exactly it does. But playing solo, I kind of want the ability to fully power up if I think I need that. So that's why I'm playing with the command center, even though we do have some space stuff in here. And it's really exciting to finally get space. That was, by the way, one of the big boxes, and so that's the reason that it comes with foot soldiers, and why so far Zeo has not gotten foot soldiers. So Zeo's gotten everything else. We have all the major villains from Zeo, we have all the Rangers from Zeo, including Gold Ranger twice, but we don't have Cogs yet because it wasn't made for a big box, but Space and the Psycho Rangers were. Here we go. So we have a leaping attack. And we have Q-Blades. Let's draw back up to 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I get the first go because nothing is fast. I'm hoping I can take both of these out. They're just 2s, and then I'll get my first Zord. Be good to get at least one Zord on the first go here. Now I get at least a couple of attacks here. Piercing shot may not be bad. I don't want to waste Bow of Darkness if I can help it. See, I've got a couple of my big heavy hitters now. 2 of the 3, because we just wasted the other one. Look at this, they're all here. There's the Zeo Battle Sword, and the Bow of Darkness, and the Golden Power Staff. I would hate to be in a position where I'm forced to use one of those. That would suck. It's just stuff I really want right now that I'm not getting. It's annoying. But yeah, I don't know. I can gain some extra energy and do crazy things. I'm just trying to decide if I want to go that far. Let's do Veteran Instincts again and see if we get something more in the middle. That's going to gain us an energy anyway. So if we decide that we need one of those, we can use it. No harm done. Lightning Rod, that's what I wanted. Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and use Piercing Shot first. That's going to be a 3-dice attack to Leaping Attack. If this attack defeats the target, deal any remaining damage to an enemy card adjacent to it. So it is possible that we'll get a good combo going here. Or I shouldn't say combo, I should say just, being able to hit a couple at once here. Here we go. Just got it for 2, but that's all we needed. And then that is going to resolve. No extra damage to put anywhere else. Now we go to Q-Blades. I'm going to use Lightning Rod. This is my favorite Gold Ranger card. It lets me throw 2 dice plus 1 direct attack, and then the Gold Ranger ability lets me hit another direct attack to an enemy of my choice, and then per power of Triforia if I needed to. I could even pay another energy to do one more. So I almost always get at least 4 out of this card, if not 5 damage. So 1 plus 1 is 2, which is all you need. And then if I needed to, I could have hit it for even another damage. And like I said, paid an energy and hit it for 1 more. I love that card. It's the best. Just a lot of insurance. Okay, so my Quantron and my Putty both go on the path to Zordness. And if I needed to, I could have put this in my reserve, but I've still got all my reserves. Energy has not been the problem so far, and generally isn't when you're playing with Gold Ranger, and I guess all 3 of the decks I'm playing with right now are kind of energy gainers. So I'm going to be in good shape there. Because, yeah, Rebel Ranger Slayer's got stuff that does it too. Okay, let's find out what our first Zord is. Shall we? Here we go. So what I did Zord-wise is I put in, of course, the Zords for all 3 of my Rangers, but then there's 2 more slots. Usually I would just do random. I also put in Red Battle Zord because that is also a Zeo Ranger 5 Zord, and I like it a lot, so I put that in. And then the 5th one, however, is totally random, and I don't know what it is. I also made my Megazord totally random, and I don't know what that is. So let's find out what this is. Zeozord 5, there we go. That is one of 2 Zeo Red Ranger Zords. Exhaust this card when any Ranger discards a card for defense. Gain 1 energy. That Ranger may return that card to the top of their deck. So, once again, more energy gainers. That will very likely help us quite a bit later on. That is a good Zord. And that might sound redundant, but there are some that I don't get excited about, especially depending on the situation. So we move this up 1. Put these guys away. Okay, 4 more deployments. Here we go. So first we need 2 Putty Patrollers and Psycho Red at Angel Grove Park. So let me go get him. And it's kind of difficult to tell which Psycho Ranger you need just based on weapons, because I haven't painted these yet. And I don't know the Psycho Rangers well enough to know which is which. I think it's the guy with the sword. Am I right about that? I'm actually not 100% sure. I think it is. He looks like he's got a blade. So yeah, we'll put him out. Doesn't really matter. It needs to be a Psycho Ranger. We know that that's who we're dealing with. So like I said, that's at the park. And we need a Putty Patrol with him as well. So there's that. And then, next up we're going to need another Putty at KO35. Oh, that's nice. That is just 1 Putty and another Putty so far. Got a Panic Park there. 2 Quantrons to the Surf Spawn. Been a while since we've had new foot soldiers, so that's pretty exciting, and I'm enjoying them so far. And finally, 2 more Quantrons at the park. So he is going to have a lot of help there. At the park, that is at its figure limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you know what? That is actually going to spill over to the surf spot. So, not too terrible. If we can beat Psycho Red, then all of those foot soldiers will run away, and we'll be in pretty darn good shape. So, the strategy here seems pretty clear. Let's just get all this put back where it needs to be. Where is my deployment deck? There we go. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna just be flipping over an action to go over to the park, flipping over another one to initiate. That's the drill. And then let me grab my Psycho Red cards. there is, I'll show you guys this real quick. There is a box that we have now that you can put all your cards in, and this holds everything and quite a bit more past that, you know, everything and then some. And it also has a bunch of cool dividers. And I'm using the dividers right now, but I'm still using my original solution because I actually kind of like what I'm doing a little bit better. It's kind of easier than having to shuffle through a whole bunch of decks. And this comes with stickers and labels that you can write the names of each category on, which is kind of nice. But I'm still finding that my system is a little faster. And so that's what I'm continuing to use, but I'm using this box right now as Spillover. It's a really pretty box, though. Okay, so the Psycho Rangers work a little bit differently than regular monsters. Like I said, there's a couple different modes that you can play them with. I haven't tried their big boss mode yet. Actually, maybe you can do 3 different things with them. I think you can use them as a boss that happens at the end, and then there's this assault mode where they're there through the whole game and keep popping up and doing stuff to you, and I haven't tried that yet. So once I figure that out, I'm going to try to do another video with that. Okay, so you have to take out all of the weapons of the other Psycho Rangers except for the one that you're fighting. And you have to get it down to an 8-card deck, just like you would usually have with a regular monster. So we're going to keep Path of Flame in here because that is Psycho Red's, or one of Psycho Red's big abilities, and then he's also going to have, or I guess that's his you know, power that he has, and then he's going to have his sword. So that should get us down to 8. Yep, so that's how that works. And then we will fight him as per usual. So that's really the only difference with Nemesis when you use them as a regular monster. And I have not fought Psycho Red yet, so this is going to be exciting. Everybody excited? Okay, here we go. So I'm going to put out, once again, I am the lead ranger, so I'm going to decide which foot soldiers I want out over the others, and I'm going to do putties instead of the one Quantron we have there, because there are 4 of them. So, as usual, you only fight 4 at a time, so we're going to put out our Psycho Ranger cards. If we can beat all 4 of these, we will beat him in 1 turn. Psycho Sword is fast, Psycho Assault, Psycho Burst, and Nemesis Drain. So the Psycho Rangers all use all the same cards except for, like I said, a weapon and 1 unique power card. So I guess I'll just put these over here in case we need them, and then we're going to put out 4 putties. Hopefully I'll get lucky and nothing else is guarded. Leaping, swarming, leaping, flanking. Okay, not too bad. This is making me really glad I put regular putties in the game, because that's going to make this a little bit easier on me. And I need to decide if I actually, before I do this, if I want to go ahead and recover a little bit, and I probably should do that. Oh, you know what? I think this was my hand. Was this my hand or my deck? No, this must have been my deck. Okay. Yeah, I had better do some recovering. Man, I would love to straight up power up here, but it would require me to waste 2 actions instead of 1. Although, if I manage to beat this in 1 turn, and I don't know if I will, let's see, there's 2 5s, 2 3s. Should I risk it? I know a lot of people wouldn't, and this is where I can get into trouble sometimes. Because I know this is not a lot of people's favorite strategy, but I'm thinking I may actually go ahead and fully power up, because I'm only going to need to really move to the surf spot, because I'm not too worried about KO35. That's only going to be really a problem if I'm not able to beat this in a turn. And even still, I'll have enough actions to go again, and I'm not like too concerned about getting overrun even if I have those 3 guys at the surf spot. I think I'm going to take that risk. That could be stupid, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I'm going to flip over 1 to move to the command center and power up, and then 1 to go back. And this is me fully powering up. I would just love to be fully refreshed. May have been smarter to just let myself die if that were to happen. However, I don't know how hard 2 Psycho Rangers are going to be, even when dealing with 4 deployments. Okay. Let's draw 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just looking at my cards real quick. And once again, just not drawing a lot in the way of attacks. A little bit better than I had before, I guess. Okay, Psycho Sword. And let's not forget our finishing shot. Psycho Sword is going to hit me first. It's fast, 5 damage to the lead ranger. I am going to play a couple of reactions here. I'm going to play Golden Guard, which reduces my damage by 2. And so I only have to take 3. I can actually do Golden Guard twice if I wanted to, but I think I'm going to save it and just go ahead and take the 3. I lose Flying Power Kick. I'm also going to play Scorn Shot, which is another reaction. I can play as many reactions as I want to based on, triggered by 1 card. Play this card after an enemy card resolves to roll 2 dice and deal that much damage to that enemy card. So I basically get 2 attacks right now, which is nice since I didn't get to go first. And I only hit it for 1, but that's 1 more than I would have had, so that's good. And Psycho Assault is the next thing that I get to go after. And it, if it resolves, deals 3 damage. If there are 2 or more Psycho Rangers in this location, deals 6 damage instead. That's good, because we're only playing it as a single monster right now. So 3 damage is all it will do to me, and I do have Golden Guard, so the pressure is not too bad at the moment. I'm going to see how much I can take out of it, but if I can't fully defeat it, I'm okay, because I have a lot of time here. I think Veteran Instincts is the way to go right now. I need to make sure and put my energy in the pool. That's going to gain me an energy, and then let me draw 2 cards. Another Red Group of Stay, and a Piercing Shot. I am looking at 2 Piercing Shots right now, plus, and let's see, that is the most expensive thing on the board right now, so I should probably take it most seriously. So I've got Power Pod Sword, which lets me add a die to an attack and divide attacks amongst any number of targets, although I'm not likely to do a ton of damage with just 4 dice. On Piercing Shot sort of already actually lets me do that, at least with 1 die. So yeah, I'm going to do that. So that's going to cost me 2 energy to play Piercing Shot with a Power Pod Sword. 4 dice. And away we go. And I hit it for 4, which is not terrible, but doesn't kill it, unfortunately. And no real way to add anything to it. Well, this is interesting. I've never actually used it this way. I'm going to let that resolve. It's supposed to do 3 damage, but I'm going to play Golden Guard, which again reduces damage by 2. So I only have to take 1. I'll move this here for a second because I'm going to do the other, its other action, its Gold Ranger action per, once again, Power of Triphoria, which lets me do anything with that icon on the card. This icon here, that's the Gold Ranger ability. So I'm going to lose Gold Rush, and that's all I lose because I only take 1 damage right now. Golden Guard, its Gold Ranger ability, it lets me move a hit token from an enemy card of my choice to another enemy card. So I'm going to take the one that was on Psycho Sword and go ahead and just kill Psycho Assault, so I've at least taken out one of these cards. So that's not bad. I just wish I had more in the way of attacks here. Now we go into Psycho Burst, pardon me. I have not looked at these cards yet. This is brand new to me. Deal 2 damage to each ranger, resolve all effects. Okay, that is not too bad. And I am currently playing as if I were a single ranger. So the way I've been interpreting that, you're not in the command center. Come here, Kimberly. The way I've been interpreting that is if it refers to a ranger, you only get hit once. I don't know if that's exactly the way I should be playing this. I get a little bit confused about that at points when you're playing multiple rangers as a single unit. Like, if you play as, Green Ranger with other rangers and you're moving as one, I know that his ranger ability, the solo, which adds an extra die if you're in a location by yourself, you still get because it plays as if you're a single ranger. So by that logic, I would think that if it says to each ranger, you are still one ranger and you only have to take it once. I don't know if that's how everybody is playing, and if you play this game and you do that differently when you play doubles, or just any combination of rangers moving as one, let me know if I'm interpreting that wrong. But that's how I'm playing for right now. So if it says to a ranger or to each ranger, I am only taking a hit one time. So that's how I'm gonna play for now. I am a little bit unsure if I'm doing that correctly. Okay, so Flying Power Kick. And actually, let me see if I want to do anything with Shining Star right now. Next time any ranger performs an attack during this battle, add 1 die to that attack. Should I save that? Now I kind of want to save Flying Power Kick, honestly. I'm thinking, yeah, let's do Piercing Shot again. I'm going to throw 3 dice. It's Psycho Burst, see if we get lucky. And we only hit it for 2. And that will hit us for 2. Just see if I have anything to mitigate that. Yeah, I'll play Red Riposte. That adds 2 defense. And I don't have to lose any cards. A lot of defense in these decks. And then Nemesis Drain gets rid of 1 energy, and then oh, you know what? I've been playing this wrong. I totally forgot. Okay, there's 1 extra thing that happens with the Psycho Rangers, and I totally forgot about this. Let me... where is it? Let me find it. Okay, so I totally forgot about this. Whenever you get a Psycho Ranger, you have to put it on your Ranger card, whoever is the lead Ranger in a battle. It really sucks to be the lead Ranger when you're playing against the Psychos. I totally forgot about this. It deals 4 damage to the attached Ranger every time you resolve the effect with this icon, if you can see that. And so retroactively, I'm going to have to go back and see how many times that would have happened to me. It looks like so far just the 1, so I think I'm good. Yeah, so that hit me for 2, but now I actually have to take 4, and we're square, because that's the only time that would have affected me. I'm glad I noticed it. Okay, so deal 4 damage to the attached Ranger. Let me just make sure I don't have any other mitigator. I don't believe that I do. No. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I only lose Lightning Rod, which is a bummer. And let's take out that Nemesis Drain. So I'm going to use the star ability per my Shining Star on this, add a die to my next attack, and then this will indeed be that attack. And I can do that because that was in my hand. So I'm going to use a reserve energy. and throw 4 dice at Nemesis Drain, which is a 3. So good chance that I'll beat it. And I indeed did. I just got 3. And then that resolves. So not doing too bad, except I only have 2 attacks left, and they're both 2 dice attacks, which means I am probably not going to actually beat Psycho Red here, and I don't really have a way to draw more cards at the moment, so that is rough. The good news is, well, there's a chance, because the good news is I've still got Finishing Shot, so I don't have to waste any cards on Psycho Drain, on Psycho Drain. I just have to deal with Psycho Sword, so I just need really good rolls for my 2 dice attacks here. Oh, you know what? I can do something with this Armored Blow, though. The Gold Ranger power. A Ranger of your choice may draw 1 card. That Ranger may then choose 1 card from their hand, place it on top of their deck. So I don't feel I need to do that right now, but I am going to draw a card. Yes. Now we're cooking with gas. Well, we would be if I had, dang it, if I had 3 energy. And I don't have any good way to get, oh, yes I do. Okay, I'm actually in really good shape now. This is lovely. Okay, so, Armor Blow, I'm gonna do a 2 dice attack to Psycho Sword. And I hit it for 2. That's good. Leaping attack does 3 damage to me. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. Ew, that sucks. Okay, I lost 3 cards over that. That is not the best. Okay, and then I have another swarm attack, or a swarm attack, pardon me, not another one, just 1. That's going to hit me in a minute, but I need to ignore these and just take that damage so that I can take out Psycho Red, because I need to beat all 4 of his cards, and I'm going to be able to do it now. So what I kind of want to do, though, is, because it would be nice to take one of these putties out and get it on the track, but I'm not going to bother with it. Terra Kick. Let's just see if we get lucky and have a really good roll. Because if we do, we can save Bow of Darkness for later. I don't think it'll happen, but it did. Oh my goodness, look at this. 3 damage on 2 dice. Statistically not likely, doesn't usually happen, but did this time, so that is super, super exciting. Beat Psycho Sword. And that means that I can either save my Bow of Darkness all the way until the next time I fight, or I can go ahead and take out one of these putties if I want to. This does a damage, and then you increase it for each foot soldier in the location. There's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so I have to take 5 damage as this resolves. That's 2, that's 4, and that's all I have to take. That is certainly enough. And happily, we only had to deal with the Psycho Red effect 1 time. Yeah, really interesting that they basically get a character card like the Rangers. I'm going to be interested in the future to see what other nemesis might look like, because since it's a whole new card type, I'm going to assume we're going to get more of those. And next year, we're going to have a new villain pack, and I wonder if any of those is maybe going to end up being a nemesis. Who knows? Okay, so leaping and flanking. Do I really want to waste a Bow of Darkness? Like all my energy? I really don't. I think I'm going to wait on it. So this is going to hit me for 3 more damage. I hate taking all this, but I think it's probably the way to go. I only lost 1 card over that, and then flanking is passive. Oh, goodness. Whenever another enemy card deals damage, it should have increased it by 1, and I was not paying attention to that, because I have a tendency to forget that, which kind of sucks. So let me just go back and count all the damage I took. This is not exactly kosher, but I'm playing by myself, whatever. I'm going to do it anyway. So I took damage there, I took damage there, and there. Let's see. How many times did I get hit? 5? And I should have increased damage by 1 every time. So as much as that sucks, I'm going to take 5 more damage. That's a lot. And I lost 3 cards over it. Yikes. Okay, this is not pretty, but it's working. So finishing shot. After the last combat card in the sequence resolves, deal 1 damage to an enemy card of your choice. That is, of course, Psycho Burst. And there we go. We beat Psycho Red. It was not pretty. I lost like half my deck or better. Better. And that's a little bit embarrassing, but I did get it knocked out, so that's good. So that's going to go back over here. And the nice thing is I can still move if I want to and try to take out these Quanchuans. So I think I'm going to do that. And we are done with Psycho Red. So I'm going to go put these away. And like I said, I'm using this other system that I have. Let me show it to you in case you haven't seen it before. So I have, if you can see this kind of giant, I don't know, plastic Tupperware thing that has different compartments that I use for different ranger colors and monsters and every card type there is. And before I had everything in plastic baggies, and I'm still doing that with the enemies, but with ranger decks, I'm keeping them out of the bags now for the sake of space and also just as an excuse to use these really cool dividers. Yeah, it is really nice to play with other people for lots of reasons. And one of them is because they can point out your foibles when you screw up. I didn't actually use Zeozord 5, which I guess I could have to gain an energy, but I didn't end up really needing it like I thought I might, so that's good. But I wouldn't have had to waste that card that I thought I was going to. Okay, so let's shuffle my putties. So all of these foot soldiers run away. We are unpanicked. Psycho Red goes back on the shelf. So I finally got to fight Psycho Red. Only done one other Psycho Ranger so far. I think we fought Blue. But I haven't played them, like I said, as a boss yet. I'm looking forward to trying that soon. With my kids, who play this with me right now still religiously. This is our favorite thing to do together. Okay. So going over to the surf spot. Flip to initiate. And I am going to once again have to waste more action next turn. I just cannot get ahead of this to either recover or power up. And here come the Quantrons. Get them, Jason and Tommy. Do it up. Oh, I forgot my Zord. Okay, we had another Zord because we beat a monster. And we have Red Battle Zord. Cool, on top of Zeozord 5. That's fun. Exhaust this card during any ranger turn in battle to perform an attack with 3 dice instead of playing a card, and that will likely come in handy because I have not been getting as many attacks as I would like in hand. 3 Quantrons. Start off with a Cyber Slash, which is fast, another Cyber Slash, and Priority Target. I keep wanting to call that Minority Report. I don't know why. I think it's just the number of syllables. Drawing back up, but not to 10 because I don't have enough in my deck. I'm not in great shape here. It would be stupid if I died here, but hopefully if that happens I can at least take out a couple of these guys. Okay, Cyber Slash is fast, deal 3 damage. Unless a ranger discards a card to prevent it. Oh, I'm in good shape because I can just discard cards. Although, I don't want to discard cards. Goodness, let's see how many attacks we have here. We've got Zeal Battle Sword. Oh, let's get our energy in the pool here. Alright, so Battle Sword, Blade Blaster, that always comes in handy. Bow of Darkness. Veteran Instincts we're not going to use right now because we don't really want to draw cards, but we might want to use it for energy. I think that's actually, I'm surprised, I use this all the time, but that is the card that I'm going to discard right now to not have to take damage. So I have 3 attacks right now, and I'm going to need every bit of all of that. Well, I say that. I don't think I can I get enough energy to use 2 3s and a Blade Blaster? There's a question. Inspiring Presence would gain me an energy. Xenosword 5 I can't use until I get hit for defense. Exhaust or discard a card for defense, which I didn't do even though I got hit there. Okay, so how do I want to take care of this? One of these I can just straight up Blade Blaster for 3. I've only got 5 in the pool right now, or 5 total right now. So able to add 1 for Inspiring Presence. Okay. I think it's a good time to use Red Battlezord, which again lets me use 3 dice instead of playing a card, which I can do right after Inspiring Presence, which is a maneuver that would let me play a card, and that's instead of playing a card. So that is legal. And I got it for 2, which is kind of what I thought would happen. Once again, I could discard a card here if I wanted to. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do that or use this to gain energy. Got 3 cards here. Should I risk it? I think I will. Okay, so. So that is 3, and I can put that on top of my deck and gain an energy. There we go. So now we got 4 in the pool, and we are going to Blade Blaster, priority target. So I pay 3 energy for 3 direct damage, takes out priority target. Then, with that resolving, I take a finishing shot, take out Cyber Slash, and I in fact only now need 1 of these to take out that last Cyber Slash. Let's just straight up do Bow of Darkness. It's 5 direct attack. We only need 3 of them. And the Quantrons are dead. All my energy is gone, but that was not too bad at all. And the board is almost completely empty now, which is great. We've nearly cleared it. Okay, well, that could have been worse, could have been better, but we are surviving. All right, let's go ahead and put out our next deployment. That also was a faster round than I expected it to be, actually. Okay, let's get these Quantrons on the path to Zorddom. And I am going to probably power up here. I'm kind of hoping nothing goes to the surf spot just so that it's going to make more sense to do that. So 2 putties at the surf spot. Let me grab those. A lot of the same putties coming in and out here, I'm sure. 2 Quantrons and another Psycho Ranger, Psycho Blue, at the surf spot. Okay. All right, so they are all going to the surf spot, naturally. Of course they are. I think it's the one with the lance that's Psycho Blue. Again, it's not really that important because we're not looking at more than one of them right now. I don't know the Psycho Rangers well enough to do this by weapon. But that's what we're going to put on the board for right now. It's not really that important. And then some big Power Rangers fan is going to be like, come on, Cap, how do you not know the Psycho Rangers by weapons? 3 Quantrons at Ernie's Juice Bar. I did not see the Psycho Ranger episodes when they were on. I watched a little bit of Space when it started, And then that's about when I fell off of Power Rangers, which sucks because that's when it was getting really good again. Ernie's Juice Bar. Let's see, are we panicked anywhere yet? Nope. And finally, one putty at the park. Been getting really lucky with these deployments. Not too difficult at all. So at least I don't have to worry about getting overrun yet. Okay, so even though I am here already and could go ahead and fight Psycho Blue, I have very few cards left because I let Psycho Red just kind of pave the floor with me. So I really hate to waste the actions, but because I'm nowhere nearly close to panicked, I am going to go ahead and power up entirely. So I'm going to flip over 2 action tokens, and I'm trying to decide if I want to stick where I am or go ahead and knock out some Quantrons. You know what? Hopefully this is not the dumbest move that I've made today. That would be quite an accomplishment, probably. But I'm actually going to go over to Ernie's Juice Bar first and see if I can get another Zord to play with. So let's go ahead and shuffle all of our cards together. Get our reserve energies back. And fight some Quantrons. Okay, so I have flipped over to initiate. I'm going to see if I can take out all 3 of these Quantrons, so we've got one more Zord going into Psycho Blue. And we'll remember to actually fight the Psycho Ranger correctly this time. Here we go. We've got Q Blades, which deal 2 damage and then deal 2 damage. We've got Priority Target, 3 damage to the lead ranger, and Phalanx Formation, which drains an energy when it resolves, and the value of the card is however many foot soldiers are in that space right now. So it only is a health 3 right now, which is not too bad. Let's get 10 cards. Let me reshuffle this, because somehow one of my cards got turned over. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just checking my glare here. We're at a different time of day now. I'm shooting these at different times, so the lighting keeps changing on me. Okay. Nothing is fast, but priority target is guarded. I will try to actually remember that. Why, I cheat on that on accident all the time. Okay, I've got an Armored Blow, Bow of Darkness. Lead by Example would let me play 2 cards at once. I may want to go ahead and do that so I have an extra turn, just in case this doesn't go my way. I have plenty of attacks right now, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So lead by example, I'm good. I want to do that just in case I get lucky and I can take out Q-Blades with something real cheap. So yeah, let's do Armored Blow again. 2 extra attacks Q-Blades. Hit it for 1, and then that lets me draw a card. And I got my Zeo Battle Sword. I'm not going to put anything on top of my deck. I'm going to hang on to everything. Well, so I am going to have to throw 2 cards at this, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do Terror Kick. And this will go into my hand if I don't defeat the target, but hopefully I do. And I did indeed. So Q-Blades is gone. That resolves. And now I will try to take out that priority target, so I don't have to take 3 damage. Gold Rush would be an equal 3 to 3. See if I can do any better than that. Would now be a good time. Well, I don't want to waste the energy, I don't think, for Bow of Darkness. Or waste the card, because I might as well just Blade Blaster if I'm gonna do that. I'm thinking maybe another card draw would be good. So Veteran Instincts, gain an energy, draw 2 cards, then immediately play another card. Lead by Example would let me play 2 cards again if I really thought I needed to. But I don't know if I want to waste the energy to do that again. Let's just do a Blade Blaster. Take out priority target. 3 energy. And then again, Phalanx Formation. Oh, you know what? I was going to say, again, it's worth 3, but it's actually only worth 1 right now. So I actually could just let Finishing Shot take it out when it resolves, but that would mean that I would lose an energy. So I really don't want to do that. So I guess I am going to have to waste an attack on it. So Gold Rush. 3 dice. Hopefully they're not all blanks. And they are not. I hit it for 2. So that's gone. And I successfully got rid of all 3 Quantrons. And that will get me a Zord. The Gold Ranger power on Gold Rush allows me to choose a card from my discard pile, shuffle it back into the deck. So I'm going to do that. And what do we want? Veteran Instincts is good. I have not been getting... Yeah, I'm going to shuffle Veteran Instincts back in. I was going to say, I haven't been getting all the attacks I want, but having card draws has been real helpful, so I guess I'm going to do that. Guys, in later gameplay videos, if I keep doing this, I will try to get a different setup so that I can have a face cam as well. Long story short, where this table is in the room right now is just not an ideal setup for that. I can pick it up and move it, but for various reasons I just didn't feel like doing that this time. But I'm going to try to have maybe a little bit of a better setup next time. But hopefully you guys have been able to see this table okay. And that's what's really important. Less my face and, you know, more this. Okay. So let's find out what our Zord's going to be. Put our Quantrons away here. And we got Pyramidas. Yes. Okay, now we've got some firepower. Now we're cooking with gas. 3 very useful Zords. So that is very exciting. Okay, let's move on over. I think we should go ahead and go try to knock out that monster. So we go over to Cycle Blue. Assuming that the guy with the staff is actually Cycle Blue. Flipping over to move. 2 energy in the command center. Oh, move this over to 3 because that's how many Zords we have. And let's pull out our Cycle Ranger cards. Okay, we've left them out here because we knew we were going to fight another one. And we have to take out, once again, all of the weapons and powers. Let's see. Where is the rest of this deck? Okay, I must have left it in my box. Yep, here it is. Okay, we did not leave this out. We should have. We knew we were going to need these cards again. Okay, so we'll pull out Psycho Red. And we'll put back in Psycho Blue. I think I actually missed a Psycho Ranger card from last time, Psycho Strike, so put that back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There should just be 8 cards instead of 9, I would think, but maybe there are 9. I don't know, because you need both of the Psycho Blue cards, I do believe. Oh, you know what? I think you take out Psycho Assault, and that was the mistake I made last time, was I left that in. Okay, so I did some of that wrong, but I've got it figured out for this time, so that's okay. I probably made that slightly too easy on myself before. I'm still getting the hang of this. Okay. So let's pull out my Psycho Blue. And here is his power. The attached ranger must discard from their hand the card with the highest energy cost. So that may hit me with one of his attack cards. And so we're going to go ahead and put out 4 cards for him, and then we're going to have 2 putties. So we have Psycho Burst, Path of Frost, Psycho Burst again. Path of Frost is unique to Psycho Blue, and then Psycho Strike. And this is fast. Nothing's blocked, or nothing's guarded so far, so that's good. So that's going to hit me right away and do Psycho Blue's effects, which kind of blows. And then I got to put out my 2 putties here. Leaping and Leaping. Okay. You know, I'm thinking if there's any interest in this at all, I may also do a paint video at some point, too. This has just been a really fun side hobby for me. I think I've been doing to relax, and it's fun to shoot them, too, so I don't mind getting extra content out of it if people care. Okay, so let's go ahead and get, I guess, right away hit by that Psycho Strike. Now, let's see. Did I just put that energy in the command center, or was that from last time? I think, yeah, that's new, right? I just put that there. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I shouldn't have had any left over. So, all right, Psycho Strike, resolve all Psycho Ranger effects. So I have to discard the highest energy cost, and I could end up having a choice with that. Let's see how many cards I have right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I draw 3 more. Lightning Rod, yes, Lightning Rod, Veteran Instincts. That was the card that I put back in the deck. Although there are 2 of those, I think, so that may not have been the one that we put in the deck, but I'm not sure because we shuffled it in. And Inspiring Presence. So hopefully you guys can see these. Yeah, okay, so I gotta find the card with the highest energy cost. See how Battle Sword, Bow of Darkness. So that is 5 direct attack that ignores a guard versus a 5 dice attack that lets me resolve star abilities in my discard pile. I think I'm going to go ahead and lose the Battle Sword. I think Bow of Darkness is going to come more in handy, especially because, well, I was going to say it gets around guard. I don't need that right now, but it's 5 direct attack, and there's not a whole lot of red in my discard pile right now anyway. No, there's just 1, and the one that's there doesn't even have a star ability, so Bow of Darkness is probably what I want. So let's go ahead and try to beat that Psycho Burst. If I don't, deal 2 damage to each Ranger, resolve all Psycho Ranger effects. And again, playing all together the way I am, I don't know if I should take 2 or if I should take 6. I've been playing it as just 2. Let's go ahead and try to take it out, and then it won't even matter, shall we? Inspiring Presence. Gain an energy, play another card. Veteran Instincts, gain an energy, draw 2 cards. And let's throw Lightning Rod at Psycho Burst. That's going to give me a 2-dice attack. We have done this before. And I hit it for 3. That's fantastic. So that extra direct damage I don't even need, but it also, with the Gold Ranger effect, deals 1 damage to an enemy card of my choice. So I gotta decide if I want to throw that here or here. And given that Path of Frost is passive, let's take a look at it. While this card is in play, the shared energy pool cannot be greater than 2. Oh, crap. I was not looking at that, and I absolutely should have. It drains any excess energy. So I wasted some cards there. Yeah, I would have played that differently if I'd read that. That was dumb. That was really, really dumb. I should have paid closer attention to that when I put it out. Sometimes I get ahead of myself because I've not looked at this character much. I think Psycho Blue is who we faced the other day, me and Jason. But I'm forgetting. I mentioned that earlier. I'm pretty sure that's who it was. Crud. Okay, you can't have more than 2 in the pool. So I would love to just backtrack and change everything I just did, but I'm not going to do that. Yikes. Okay, so because that's a 6, I'm going to go ahead and put 1 damage on that. And when that resolves, it's going to resolve all of the Psycho Ranger effects. So I need to hit that for 5, which is the perfect time for Bow of Darkness, but it's going to drain all the energy I currently have. The good news is I still have ways to gain energy. I just wish I hadn't wasted a lot of my other ways to do that already. God, I'm dumb. Okay, so I'll see if I can do fewer embarrassing things next time I play. Okay, so Path of Frost is gone. Yes, so that's good stuff. And then Psycho Burst. Well, I will go ahead and play Inspiring Presence and gain an energy. And now I can have as much energy in the pool as I want to. Now would be the time to do all the stuff I did earlier. Gur and Arg. And how much do I have in the way of... Oh, goodness. I can't beat Psycho Blue right now anyway. And I wouldn't have been able to, even if I wasn't an idiot and did that earlier, just because I did a card draw and I didn't get the cards I needed. So, I mean, all I've got are reactions. I'm actually thinking about letting that resolve so that I can throw some dice at it. Because I don't have more than 1 attack right now. Okay. There is, interestingly, a chance here. Oh, you know what? Actually, I have better than a chance. Let's go ahead and use Red Battlesword. Exhaust this card to perform an attack with 3 dice instead of playing a card. We're going to throw 3 dice at Psycho Strike. We're going to let Psycho Burst resolve, because that's actually going to help us be in a couple of ways. And Goose Egg. Lovely. That sucks. Okay, and I have no way to do any rerolls or anything, so... that's rough. Okay, so Psycho Burst is going to resolve. It does 2 damage and to each ranger, and resolves all Psycho Ranger effects. I am, before I take that damage, going to play Scorn Shot, roll 2 dice, and deal that much damage to that enemy card. Attack in Disguise. That I only got 1 on it. My dice rolls have been terrible. So that's great. And then I'm going to play Pyramidas. Exhaust this card when any ranger reveals a card for defense. I'm going to go ahead and do that then. So I needed to take 2. I got Scorn Shot again. That's going to go at the bottom of my deck. Because again, I'm treating myself right now like I'm 1 ranger. Okay, so now I'm going to tap Pyramidas, add 1 defense. Oh, you know what? Well, that's fine. I already got to keep it anyway, so it's not a big deal. Gain an energy and deal a damage to a card of your choice. And that is going to be Let me think a second. Do I have any other way to add damage right now besides this one attack I have? Not really. Which means I would essentially have to beat a 4 with a 3 dice attack. I'm just thinking out loud right now. Yeah, it's gonna have to be here, unfortunately. Okay. Alright, so piercing shot is the only chance I have now because I got that goose egg. I thought I was in good shape. I thought I was gonna be alright. But apparently not. It looks like we're gonna have to go back into this again later. Yikes, okay. Well, I'm just double checking. Alright, here goes nothing. So I only hit it for 2. Leaping attack does 3 damage. I am going to play red Riposte. Let me see if there's any kind of star thing I want to do. Not really. I guess I'll put Piercing Shot back on top of my deck per red Riposte's star ability and Zero Ranger 5's Shining Star. And then I'm going to play red Riposte and add 2 defense. I have to take 3. I add 2 defense to Piercing Shot, so that goes in the bottom of my deck. And then Leaping Attack also does 3 damage. I'm going to do that again. So that adds 2 defense to Terra Kick, puts that at the bottom of my deck. And now the only thing I have left that I can do is Finishing Shot, which, because that just resolved, I can put a damage here, take out Psycho Burst, but I still have 2 damage to do to Psycho Strike, and I just don't have any attacks. So there's nothing left I can do. I have exhausted everything. So that's rough. I got so close on that, unfortunately. But close does not cut it. Well, no, I don't. I mean, I have nothing else I can do. So let's go ahead and reset the board here. Psycho Blue now has a discard pile of 3. We have to hit him for 1 more. Of course. There's his discard pile. Just make sure I'm looking at the right set of Psycho Ranger cards. Yes, I am. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these, put this at the bottom. We're going to see 4 fresh ones. And the only Zord I have left is Zeozord 5. He's, excuse me, yeah, I'm right, Zeozord 5. So I'm going to take this energy, put it in my reserves. I'm going to flip again to initiate another battle and put out more Psycho Blue. So here we go again, folks. Nemesis Drain is guarding Psycho Axe. Psycho Strike is fast. And Nemesis Drain is, this other Nemesis Drain is also guarding Psycho Axe. It's guarded from 2 sides. So let's not be idiots and actually read everything this time. There is not anything ongoing because nothing is passive. We're going to put 2 energy in the command center, and we're going to deal with this Psycho Strike thing once again. Resolves all of the Psycho Ranger effects. Let's drop to 10. 10 sounds like a lot, but it has not been enough for some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I have to discard the card once again with the highest energy cost. And currently, that is 1, which means I get a choice. It's not going to be Lightning Rod, that's for sure. Maybe lead by example. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I'm sorry. I've got to put out my Putty Patrollers. There could be some more guard there. Swarm Attack and Flanking, which is passive while this card is in play each time another enemy card deals damage. Increase that damage by 1. and I'm sure there will be some damage. I only have to take out one card, so if I can survive this, there's no reason to waste too much stuff in trying to take out Psycho Ranger cards. So like, I'm not going to worry about that Psycho Strike because it's already exhausted. I'm going to go straight to Nemesis Drain. But the first thing I have to do is get rid of something in my hand, and I think it's going to be Lead by Example, because I really don't need to waste an energy right now to play twice, like I did last time. Let's go ahead and try to beat that health 3, shall we? And once again, it's going to be a Lightning Rod. Throw 2 dice. And I indeed hit it for 2 with 1 direct damage, which kills it. So that's good. And then I deal an additional damage to an enemy card of my choice. 3 different Rangers must each discard from their hand the card with the highest energy cost. But see, playing with 3 like I am, I don't know if I just do that once because there's only one of me and I'm playing all together, or if I should take that at face value. But I'm trying to be consistent on this, and it's difficult. I'm going to go ahead and try to take it out regardless. Oh, this should resolve. I'm really fixated on that, just trying to decide what the right way to play that is. And again, I could use advice from folks in the comments. If anybody is still watching this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit Psycho Axe with that damage, and I'm going to put an additional damage on it. That's why I flipped that over for 2 by using Power of Triforia. Let's get more organized down here. And paying an energy for an extra one. Now I only have to hit Psycho Axe for 3. Do I have a way to gain energy right now? Yes, Veteran Instincts once again. That has been my friend this game. Draw 2 cards. Oh, now we're in better shape. Yeah, okay. Let's do a Flying Power Kick or a Piercing Shot. Which one do I want? I tell you what. I'm going to use Shining Star again and use the star power on Flying Power Kick as if it were revealed for defense. Next time any ranger performs an attack during this battle, add 1 die to that attack. And so I'm going to throw actually that card, Flying Power Kick. So that's going to give me 4 dice to Psycho Axe. This is the one that really matters, so just to be on the absolute safest side, I'm also going to hit it with Power Pod Sword, which lets me add 1 die by paying 1 energy. That's all my energy. This better work. But I still have a couple of 0 attacks here, so I'm not going to be down on it. Well, and I've already beaten him. I only had to beat 1 card. I just really don't want to take the damage, so that's all that matters here. 1, 2, 3. That's all I needed. Threw 2 blanks. I'm glad I threw that many dice. So that resolves. And then Nemesis Drain. I will see if I can take that out, but if I can't, it's not the biggest deal because I'll just have to discard a card. If you don't have energy, you just discard a card. I could flip over an action for energy, but I really don't want to do that. Because there's a couple of different things I could do after this. I could go take out another one of those putties if I wanted to. Wow. I'm trying to decide if I want to try to get my putties to look a little bit more uniform. And by the way, you're seeing, I probably said this earlier, you're going to see some putties that are like half finished or just primed. Still working on those. Another Flying Power Kick? I would have to gain some energy to do it. Yeah, I really don't want to do that. So I'll just do Star Strike and see if I get lucky. It's really not the biggest deal if I don't manage this. Throwing 2 gold dice. Well, you know what? I can use 005. I forgot about that. So I'm going to pay an energy. I'm going to take that energy, and then I'm going to use it to pay for Flying Power Kick so I can throw an additional die. Why not? And I still only hit it for 1. All right, fantastic. So that drains an energy and resolves the Psycho Blue effect. So I have to discard a card. What do I want to lose here? I don't really want to lose anything, but I've got 2 golden guards here, so I guess I'll get... Well, do I want to get rid of one of those? Because I'm going to have to take some damage here in a second also. Hard to say. Well, I'm already going to lose Golden Power Staff because that per Psycho Blue's effect, because that is the card with the highest energy cost. So I'll go ahead and throw and lose that, and then technically that should go second. So, or that should go last. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess it's a golden guard. There's not a great choice here. Okay. Do I want to even throw anything at that swarm attack or just let it hit me? Because I think it's probably gonna... I mean, I can do Piercing Shot again. Well, no, because I don't have energy. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it hit me. I'm just gonna not do anything. It's gonna increase damage by 1, so that's gonna hit me for 1 plus the 2 foot soldiers that are there, so that's 3, plus 1 more, so that's 4. I'm going to mitigate that with Golden Guard. I don't know, I hit that for 1. I don't know why I didn't put a hit point on it. Like, it doesn't really matter, but I don't know why I didn't do that. So I only have to take 2 damage, and that is 2 damage. So I lose Star Strike. And then there's Flanking. Might as well use another Star Strike and throw 2 dice at it just for the heck of it. Always get the next track started. Nope, didn't manage it. Whoops. That resolves, nothing happens, and then I play Finishing Shot, which I'm going to use on flanking so that I can put 1 putty on the track. There we go. Psycho Blue is finally destroyed. I had to go and do him twice, but we're done. So this putty runs away, and I get another Zord for beating the monster. We may get a Megazord this game, folks. Okay, let me just play some cleanup here. So we are done with the Psycho Rangers. That's what those look like as monsters. So you got to see that. I think it is a really creative system. And I like that they have their own unique effects, but also a bunch of stuff that they all do. It's just really indicative of the way those characters are utilized in the show. That's really cool. Okay, so let's find out what our next Zord is. And we got, drumroll please, Grave Zord, which lets you use the ability of another Zord that's summoned, which is awesome, because all of these Zords are really, really useful. I actually can't untap those yet, because I need to decide if I'm gonna... Oh, goodness gracious. Am I down to 2 cards? Yes, I am. Okay, I was going to go ahead and go take out another putty, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go to the center and straight up power up again. I've been doing a lot of powering up this game, but I think it's been okay because there's just so very little on the board. And you might think, well, 4 deployments is just not enough, even playing by yourself. But I've been getting really good draws where I just haven't had too many foot soldiers coming up at once. Because playing solo, the way I have died most of the time is indeed by getting overrun. I haven't even died yet, so that's exciting. That's because this is the 3rd time I've powered up. Okay, so I am indeed going to go ahead and untap these. And I had one action left over, but there's really nothing to do with it. So let's go ahead and go on now to our fourth and likely final deployment. Is everybody ready? Here we go. So I think I told you guys the boss that we're doing this game. We're going to see King Mondo come out this turn. And I have not fought him. I have not fought him yet. So I have no idea what he's going to be like. Where is my deployment deck? There it is. Yeah, there we go. So many different decks in this game. It's easy to lose stuff. Okay, so I need 2 putties at the juice bar. Let's go grab those. That's the other thing that's nice about having other people to play with me. I can have somebody else go run to grab things. Juice bar. Two more putties at the park. Three putties along with Mondo at the juice bar. So that's panicked. Oh, it's 3 putties. Oops. Okay, so the putties came out first, which means that's already panicked because it's hit its figure limit. So Mondo actually has to go clockwise over to KO35. And finally, 2 putties at the surf spot. Alrighty then. Okay, I am really second guessing some things about the scheme right now, thinking that maybe I've made it too easy. I have gone back and forth playing this sometimes with energy in the command center and sometimes not. Based on this, we'll see how hard Mondo is, but based on this, I'm starting to think that I really just don't need to even have energy in the command center, and it's probably fairer and more challenging if I'm not doing that. I'm actually half thinking about going ahead and taking it out right now, just because I haven't used it, and it would be a little bit more exciting. The stakes would be higher if I had to deal with 6 actions and no energy in the command center. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to keep playing without it. Like I said, I've gone back and forth. But I think I've hardly ever used it. And I've been playing with powering up as if I don't have it, because I'm kind of used to doing that, especially playing doubles. So let's, for the time being, just say there is no energy in the command center. 1 death and you're dead in solo mode. Let's play that way for now. And we got a lot of firepower with my Zords. I'm in pretty good shape. Let's let this actually be a little bit challenging. Okay, so if I beat the boss, I win. So all I gotta do is head on over to the boss and hope that I can beat him in 2 tries. Of course, you can't beat the boss in a single try. That's impossible. And I guess the other strategy I could use is I could go fight a bunch of putties, because that's all I have, are easy piddly putties, and get 1 more Zord. I said we might get a Mega Zord. I guess probably not, actually, because we're only looking at 4 Zords. So I could get 1 more Zord, but I am in pretty good shape with Zords. So I think I'm just going to go straight to Mondo so that we can see what he is like. All right, time to initiate the battle and see if we can get lucky enough to beat Mondo in just 2 turns. Here we go. Mondo, not to be confused with Mando. He's not King Mandalorian. Okay, lighting is a little bit different than it was earlier. Recording this on a different session, so I just want to make sure that it's not too glary. And I have not seen these cards yet. I have no idea how he's going to play, so no pressure. Here we go. 2 energy in the pool. Drawing 10 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 4 Zords. Pretty good firepower, pretty decent arsenal here. Kind of wish that I had done a little bit better with some foot soldiers earlier and could have had a Megazord by now, but that is Okay, all right. So let's put out Mondo, and he only has one lowly foot soldier with him, which is lucky. One little puny putty. Here we go. Machine King, fast and passive. While this card is in play, each time a ranger rolls a dice for an attack, remove one die from that attack and place a hit token on this card. Well, interesting. Okay, so you do get a hit token on that passive card when that happens. So I guess that's a nice consolation. Interesting. Sword of Damocles. Health 10. What? Deal 10 damage to each ranger. Reduce this damage by 1 for each hit token on this card. Okay, I can kind of see what's going on here. Tyrant Barrage. Deal 2 damage. Oh, that's fast. So that's got to go to the front. Deal 2 damage to each ranger twice. And finally, another fast card. Another Tyrant Barrage. And here's our one putty. Cannon fodder, and that is guarding that Tyrant Barrage. I'm not liking the guarding. I'm not liking that a 10 health came out. I had heard that he had a really super powerful card like that, and I had forgotten all about that. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, here we go. So what we got here. Got a golden power staff, so that'll be good. We've got the Bow of Darkness. We've got a Lightning Rod. Be nice if I had both of those right now. So there's a decent amount of firepower in my hand right now, and some good reactions. Okay, not too terrible. And we're only going to get hit for 4 damage right away with that fast card, so that's good. So let's go ahead. Let's either take that or reduce the damage. Do I want to waste Golden Guard? Or save that in case I want to move that hit token? I may want to save that. Red Riposte would not be a bad thing to play right now. Actually, you know what? I think Pyramidas is what we want. Let's go ahead and just get rolling on some things here with that. So exhaust this card once again. When any ranger reveals a card for defense, I say once again, I don't think we've gotten to play this yet, because I think that's the most, is it the most recent card we got? I think so. Zord, and the nice thing is, Grave Zord would let us use it twice if we wanted to. But I could see Red Battle Zord being the thing that we use twice. So let's not forget that we have the Grave Zord. Sometimes it is nice to talk to yourself and remind yourself of things. So making a video may help both keep me honest and play better. Although that may not be the case considering some of the mistakes I made earlier. Okay, so add a defense to that card. So that's going to bring us down to just 3. It says 2 damage twice, which means it's not 4 damage total. So we'll take the 2 first. That's only a 1, so Star Strike goes underneath our deck, and we take 2 more, so we lose the other Lightning Rod. Grr. That's unfortunate. We're going to gain an energy, and we're going to put 1 damage on a card of our choice. I typically like to put it on something that's guarded and kind of hard to get to. So do I want to put it on Machine King, or should I just throw as much on Sword of Damocles as possible? I'm thinking that that is probably the right strategy. So we're going to do that. Hopefully I'm right about it. Okay, Tyrant Barrage. Man, do I want to act as though I have any chance at getting all 4 of these out? Or do I want to just really focus on that crazy heavy hitter and maybe like 1 or 2 more? 10 damage. Okay, so yeah, put as many hit tokens on Sword of Damocles as possible so that it can't hit me for that much damage. Right now, it even only hits me for 9. I think maybe I should take that damage from Tyrant Barrage and just keep throwing stuff at Sword of Damocles for now. And then the next one's passive, so that's nice. I have to not forget, though, to get rid of dice when I roll with Machine King. Ugh. I almost want to. That makes me almost want to focus on that. I have a hard time deciding what my strategy should be here. Let me think a second. And I could take that Tyrant Barrage out immediately with Bow of Darkness if I wanted to, but I really think you know what? Boy, I don't know if this is prudent. There's a lot of different things I can do right now. Okay, I'm going to throw Bow of Darkness. I'm going to take all the energy out of the pool, and I'm going to go ahead and put 5 more on Sword of Damocles right this very moment. 2, 4, and 5. So 6 hit tokens are currently on Sword of Damocles. Tyrant Barrage resolves. 2 damage again twice like before. Let's do Red Riposte. Add 2 defense. So that is going to put Lead by Example under the deck, and I lose Star Strike. Okay. Machine King is once again passive. I'm not throwing any dice yet. That's kind of by design. I could go ahead and get rid of Sword of Damocles right now. I think that's what I want to do. Because even losing a die, I think I have a pretty good chance of beating it. So, Lightning Rod. You know what? Let me look and see if I have any more energy gainers. Oh, you know, I haven't done anything yet. Let me hang on to Lightning Rod for just a second. I could go ahead and play Scorn Shot because Tyrant Barrage resolved. And I can roll 2 dice. Now let me see how... Whenever a ranger rolls a dice for an attack, this does not count as an attack, so I shouldn't have to take a die away. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. It is dealing damage, but it's not officially an attack. So I'm going to throw 2 dice at Tyrant Barrage per Scorn Shot. Oh, man. Goose eggs. Okay. Rough. That is rough. Okay. Yeah. Let's play Inspiring Presence. Gain an energy. Play Lightning Rod. Use that energy. Just moving stuff all over the place. I'm going to throw 1 die instead of 2 because of Machine King. And it was a blank. My God. Okay. So I'm going to put a damage because there's direct damage from Lightning Rod. So 1 direct damage on Machine King. Another direct damage per the Gold Ranger power. Now if I wanted to, I could pay more energy to keep going to do 1 more damage on that. Or maybe even put it someplace else. It's at 8 right now. But I only have like 2 more attacks in total right now. I think I have some card draws and stuff though. Do I want to save that energy? I think I want to save that energy. Okay, so Machine King is going to resolve. Does nothing. Besides the stuff it's already been doing to me. Do I have a good reaction to something resolving? I do not. Okay. Do I want Red Battle Sword now? Well, the good news is, if that hits me, it's going to be for a very puny amount right now. So, as much as it would suck to keep having to throw stuff at it, surely I'll get it for at least 1. And then if I need it to just sit there, I can use finishing shots. So, let's go ahead and do Red Battle Sword. It's going to be 2 dice instead of 3. I just remembered that because of the frickin' Machine King. So I am exhausting Red Battlezord. Keep Gravesword in mind. And I hit it for 2. So Sword of Damocles is indeed gone. Yay. So that's good. That's at least a victory that we can celebrate. Okay. So then that is going to resolve. And we probably want to go for those 5s at this point. Cannon Fodder is guarding Tyrant Barrage, though. So we'll have to go for that other Tyrant Barrage. And, like, if I use up all my Zords, it's going to be a lot tougher next time around. Because I got to take out 6 cards total. And I'm going to be lucky if I can get more than one more this turn. And I can't gain defense with Zeozord 5 unless it's for discarding a card for defense. So I'm going to use Red Ripostay's star power per Shining Star and put my Lightning Rod on top of my deck. I'm hoping I get to actually draw it. Do I have any draws here? I don't. I thought I had something that let me draw. It doesn't look like it. I'm gonna end up just losing that again, probably, but that's okay. Okay. Golden Power Staff. Man, I need to get rid of that Machine King. Okay. Gold Power Staff is usually a 6 dice attack. It's going to be a 5 dice attack, but I can resolve the Gold Ranger ability of any card in my discard pile. So I can deal a direct damage if I want to, or I could gain an energy. So let's throw our 5 dice, because of Machine King again. And let's throw it at... Do I want to throw it at Machine King itself, or Tyrant Barrage? Because I'm going to have a better chance at one of those others if I don't have to keep losing dice. Let's go to Machine King. Let's go for broke. Here we go. 2 out of 5 dice. God, my rolls have been really, really crappy. Okay. Just wonderful. So do I want an energy, or do I want a... Yeah, it's going to be damage, because I'm looking at all zeros here. Okay. So direct damage to Machine King. Cannon Fodder resolves. Let's use another Red Ripostay. And that's going to add 2 defense to Lightning Rod, which goes back on top of my deck. Actually, it goes on the bottom of my deck, but it's at least in my deck. So that's good. Okay. I need to hit Machine King for 3. The only real way I can do that right now is Red Battlezord. And the chances of me actually doing it are not great. Man, I thought I'd get at least one other card out. This really sucks. Okay, so finishing shot puts 1 more damage on Machine King, so I only have to hit it for 2 more. My odds are not great, and boy, I don't like wasting this other Zord, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. You know, I did just reveal a card for defense. I could use Pyramidas again. Boy, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that instead of throwing 3 dice. I think that's better. Okay, so we just put a direct damage there. I'm going to put 1 more damage there. I only need 1 more. So... Boy, do I actually... Because I don't get to throw 2 dice. It's going to be 1 die. Alright, let's try it. Let's go for broke. This sucks. I'm throwing 1 die. And hoping against hope that it's not a blank. Here we go. Yes! Alright, knocked out Machine King. At least I got 2. So I have to take him for 4 more with no Zords except for Zeozord 5. No Zords that will throw damage down. At least I more than survived it. I mean, that didn't hit me too hard. I say that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I lost 9 cards. I mean, a lot of those were plays. I didn't take a whole lot of damage. Okay. I don't know if that was the smartest way to play that. But I feel good about getting rid of that big crazy health 10. There's nothing else like that in the game right now. So there's his discard pile. We'll just put it over here so we can see it. Oh man, that was crazy. Okay, so where are the rest of my Mondo cards? There they are. All right, folks, let's do it again. Do I want to recover? Probably. Yeah, let's flip another to recover. So I flipped 1 to initiate, and I guess 1 to recover and 1 to initiate here in a second. So recovering, we got to take 6 defense back. I just want to see what I want here. Well, I want my lightning rod, certainly. That always serves me well. I probably want my golden power staff. And inspiring presence is certainly helpful. Bow of darkness is 2. But I think I want golden power staff more. I think. So that's what I'm going to put up there. And probably more important than anything is going to be my reserve energy. So we got to go back in with that. All right, let's draw back up. Nine, 10. Okay. And let's get out Mondo. We have beaten 2 Mondo cards. We have to beat 4 more. Which means if we're going to beat them this turn, we have to beat all 4 of these. The good news is I still have 2 more actions this turn. And that means that I'm not going to have to do another deployment probably to take him out. So really the only way I lose right now is if he kills me. Probably. I mean, because the odds of this going, I mean, that would basically be like crazy baseball over time. Thunder Wave, deal 4 damage to each ranger. Imperial Fist. Really, really great boss design, as always, by Jonathan Ying, by the way. Imperial Fist, deal 4 damage. The ranger who suffers this damage must discard 1 random card from his hand. Okay, that's not too bad. Imperial Fist. Same card, of course, and finally, Thunderwave. Guards can't guard guards. My son, Jason, he's 10, he's been developing a lot of like fan rangers that he's wanted to make cards for, and one idea he had was a card called Guards Do Guard Guard, and that would make it, of course, so that a guard is guarding another guard, which I think is hilarious. Okay. And then we just have 1 more lowly putty. And it's flanking. So that's going to increase damage by 1 to any enemy card, not just foot soldiers. So that actually sucks that came out. Depending on what my attacks are like, I may actually have to go ahead and get that knocked out pretty quick. That Imperial Fist is going to get me right away. Let's see what we've got. Gold Rush, Flying Power Kick, Power Pod Sword, that always comes in handy. Another Flying Power Kick. Okay, so we've got some major attacks here. And a lot more firepower than I did last time. So that's good, considering that so much of this is gone now. Okay, so Imperial Fist, 4 damage. And I have to discard a random card from my hand. That could suck, especially depending on what the random card is. We'll take the damage first. Well, I say that. Yeah, we'll take the damage first. Once again, I could use Golden Guard. That's the only thing I have to mitigate, though. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it now. Why not? So that mitigates the damage by 2. Zeo Battle Sword is 3 defense, so I don't lose anything. And except for a random card. I guess to be fair, it's hard for this to be completely random because I'm looking at the colors. so I know what deck each of them comes from. So to be completely fair, I'm gonna actually do this blindfolded. I'm closing my eyes. You'll just have to take my word for it. And I'm shuffling, so I have absolutely no idea what this card is. It's black. I've opened my eyes now. And it's Golden Guard. I forgot even that I had another one of these in my hand, so that's maybe about the best thing that it could have been. That's fantastic. So let's see if we can take out Imperial King. Luckily, God, I got so trained to have to throw one less die. It's really nice that I don't have to deal with that anymore. Now would be a really good time for Lightning Rod, because that usually will take out a health 4. So, and I forgot my energy in the pool, so let's do that. Lightning Rod. We know the drill by now on Lightning Rod. We're going to throw 2 dice. And we hit it for 2. And there are 2 more direct damage that will go to it per that card. So it's already gone. And if I want to, I could spend 1 more energy to throw another damage to another card. Oh, wait a minute. That's guarded. I always do that. Okay. Okay. To be fair, let's go ahead and put it on the first one then. It's not the most kosher thing in the world, but God, I always forget about guard. Okay, so we're going to take Imperial Fist out. It was also Imperial Fist. We'll say I threw 2. I put 2 direct damage. That's gone now. And then, do I want to pay another? I think I do. So I'm going to pay 1 more energy to put a damage on the card that I thought I was attacking in the first place. And then that is going to deal 4 damage and also make me discard a random card, which sucks, but I don't think I had a way to get around guard. Yeah, I didn't. So, we'll do the same thing we did last time. And again, I don't think I have any good way to mitigate. Yeah, okay. So that's 2, and that's 2. I lost 2 piercing shots. It's weird. Those bunched up like that. Let's go ahead and play Inspiring Presence. Gain an energy. Let's just play another card. Let's use Shining Star to use a star ability from something in my hand. I'm revealing Flying Power Kick. I'm going to add 1 die to my next attack during this battle. Is it going to be Gold Rush? No, you know what? I'm going to also do Veteran Instincts, and we'll just keep gaining some energy here. And then that also lets me play another card. Just keep stacking those up. Look at my combo, you guys. I'm going to draw 2 cards. We got Tear Kick, and we got Lead by Example, which lets me play another card, and then it says another ranger of your choice may immediately play 1 card. So that would actually let me play 2 attacks right now. That could get us ahead. I think I'm going to do that. So, Lead by Example, I play a card, then I play another card. Flying Power Kick. 3 dice attack. We add another die to it per that star power, which was from actually the Flying Power Kick, right? All right, here we go. Going to I didn't even declare Thunderwave. Here we go. Okay, hit it for 2. A little slow going here. I guess I'm really glad that I decided to do that. Do we want to do another Flying Power Kick? Do I want to add anything to it also? Because I could put a Power Pod Sword with it. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can gain any energy after this. because I'm probably going to need it. I can gain 1 if I take damage. Okay, I'm probably going to actually need to take damage, so I'm going to wait on the Power Pod Sword. I don't know if that's the way to go, but that's what I'm going to do. 3 dice. 2 Thunder Wave. Are you serious? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I threw 3 blinks again. My dice rolls have been insane this game. Come on. I can't even. Wow. Alright, so that hits me for 4 damage. One, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. Man, I really wish I had that thing that let me move damage around right now. I gotta take out, there's no way I take out all 4. I don't think. Okay, so Xeozord 5, because I just revealed for defense. Oh, it does let me put that card on top of my deck, though, so I'm going to do that. And then gain 1 energy. I'm going to need all 3 for Golden Power Staff. Let's take a look here. Man. Okay, we're going to do that to Thunder Wave. Six dice attack to Thunder Wave. Really wish I could be throwing this at Thunder. Or at the first Thunder Wave, rather. I really wish I could be doing this at the other one. But I need to do it at this one so that I can still attack Imperial Fist. Here we go. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have any way to spread the damage out? I don't think I do. It does let me resolve the Gold Ranger ability on anything in my discard pile, so you know, I may want to do Inspiring Presence and gain an energy, or I can deal a damage to an enemy card of my choice. That could be good too. Let's take a look at what's left in my hand. Power Pod Sword would be nice to be able to use. Gold Rush would be nice to be able to use. I think we're going to take advantage of that and get another energy instead of a damage. And then we take out Thunder Wave, so that's good. Man, I wish I had Dragon Sword right now, because it would let me spread the energy, put it on something else. The extra. Hate wasting that. It sucks. Yeah. So at least we took that out. That's good. So Thunder Wave resolves, deal 4 damage. There's that scored shot. Armor Blow we get to keep at the bottom of the deck. If I really needed it, I could have risked flipping an action to gain energy. That's a thing I could have done. Okay. I'm starting to wish I had done that and then added a damage instead. But we've already done it, so let's go ahead and move forward. Man. Do I want to just hope that my dice roll's amazing? Because I don't think I have any chance at taking out that other Imperial Wave at this point. I mean, I can get up to throwing 4 dice. Man, this is a tough call. I've got more firepower than I need to hit Imperial Fist for 3 because I still have Finishing Shot. So it is essentially a 2 right now. Oh, you know what? Flanking was supposed to keep increasing stuff by 1 damage, and I totally missed that. I've been hit by how many things right now? Let's just take a penalty and say it's 3. So I lose 1, 2. It's part of my mistake again. Okay. Well, you know, you gotta take risks in life, right? Okay. So, I'm gonna flip an action token for energy. I'm gonna spend 2. I'm gonna play Gold Rush for the Power Pod Sword. Lets me add a die to the attack. The Gold Rush also lets me, with the Gold Ranger ability, choose a card from my discard pile and shuffle it back in my deck. So let's get Golden Power Staff back. Although it may not matter because I'm well. Oh no, I can't even recover now. Yikes. Oh, this sucks, because I really didn't think that there was any chance that I was gonna get into another deployment or risk dying. But I am kind of risking that now. Man, I have really screwed up on this. Okay, so I just need a really good dice roll. I'm throwing 4 dice at Thunderwave. This is kind of game here. Again, I can go in overtime. I can play this out. I'm not sure, for the sake of this video, I even am going to play it out if I lose here. Let's just see, because I mean, I don't want to go into another deployment, because that's what I would have to do. I'm not going to go back in with, you know, such a small deck size. All right. I didn't really think there was any chance it could get this dire. Okay, Thunder Wave. So what we're trying to do is see if we can get that 6 and the rest of that 4. And the only thing I've got left is a Terra Kick. All right, here we go. My eyes are closed. I've not looked yet. Yeah. That's about what I thought. Okay. Man. Flanking Resolves doesn't do anything. I play Terra Kick. It's my last move. With Finishing Shot, I put another damage on Imperial Fist. I hope against hope that I get at least 2 here. And I did, so that's good. And folks, I've still got to hit him. I've still got to beat him or hit him for 1 more card. So I have to go in 1 more time. Which means any of his cards could come out. We could deal with that 10 again. I really thought that we would be done with that. All right. My goodness. I said I wasn't sure if I was going to go ahead and play it on camera. I think I'm gonna. If anybody still happens to be watching this, you may be curious to see how it works itself out. So I will finish it up. I'm gonna need 1 more session a little bit later. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and power up with my remaining action. So I'm gonna go ahead and put out my deployments. See what that looks like. See if we even get to continue, because there's enough on the board that even with just 4 deployments, we could very easily be overrun and the game could be called. And if it's not, I will come back and do 1 more of these. Do 1 more, fight with Mondo. Good news is, I mean, I will certainly survive that. I only have to beat 1 card now. So as long as I can survive this last deployment, I mean, I should be good. Where are my deployments? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's 4 more here. So I don't have to shuffle back in or anything. But I do have to shuffle my deck back together, so let's do that. All right. Okay, we've got 2 putties at the juice bar. I'm nervous. I don't think we're going to survive this. So that is already panicked. But this is not. So when I fight Mondo again, I am going to have to deal with more foot soldiers than I did before. 2 putties at the park. And that's not quite panicked yet. 3 putties at the juice bar. Panicked. This is now at capacity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this goes over to the park. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is now at capacity. Folks, if this is 3 putties, I am dead. And it is only 2. We are not panicked by virtue of 1. And that would go to KO35, which is going to work its way clockwise all the way to the surf spot. It actually didn't matter where it was going to go in the first place because it has to go to the surf spot. Oh man. So I'm still in the game. I just have to beat 1 more Mondo card. Okay, I was going to take a break. I was going to come back later and finish this. But I'm going to go ahead and do it now. We are so close. This shouldn't take long. Let's just do it. Let's just get it knocked out finally. All right. We got 4 Zords. We have a fresh deck. We got to beat 1 Mondo card. We're going to do it. Here we go. Imperial Fist. Again, this is all just totally shuffled back in. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the rest of Mondo? Oh, it's over here. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to start over because I didn't have all my cards here when I shuffled that. Could be anything. Here we go. Thunderwave. Imperial Fist. That's what we started with in the first place. Thunderwave. Machine King. Okay, I don't like Machine King. That's going to make it to where we can where we have to keep throwing 1 less card, but we didn't get the 10, so that's good. 4 putties. I'm glad that they weren't Quantrons. Cannon Fodder. Leaping Attack. Swarm Attack. Cannon Fodder. Okay, Machine King is guarded, which means I'm going to be throwing 1 less die the whole time. It's guarded from 2 ways, so I'm probably not going to be even attempting to take that out. What I want to take out is the Imperial Fist, because it's only a 4. That would be easier, but it's guarded also in 2 ways. So it's going to be a Thunder King, it looks like. And then all we have to do is survive the rest of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See what we got here. A lot in the way of attacks, it looks like. A decent amount in the way of attacks, certainly. You know, it occurred to me the other day that Blade Blaster is allowed to be divided amongst any number of targets, and I never do that. I always forget about that. So that can come in handy, and that is a strategy that I have not been using. Let's not forget about guards. Let's not cheat to win this game that has been much, much harder than I expected that it would be. I need to flip my actions back over. Let's observe protocol, shall we? There's already 1 there. That should have gone in my reserve, but it doesn't really matter because I powered up. So I just need to flip 1 to move, 1 to initiate. And just for the heck of it, because we have so many actions left, let's go ahead and immediately flip 1 more to get 2 more energy. We're going to use it, I'm sure. Imperial Fist hits me for 4 damage, and I have to discard a random card. See if there's anything I can do to mitigate. Yeah, Red Riposte again. So that's going to add 2 defense to Power Pod Sword. And then Golden Guard goes to the bottom as well. So that's good. All right, Thunderwave. What do we have? What big stuff? Nothing huge. Nothing huge. Gold Rush would be good. You know what I could do? I could make this even easier on myself. You know what, first of all, let's play Scorn Shot as a reaction to Imperial Fist. Tapping. Resolving. And we hit it for 1. Just because that happened, might as well. Man, I could just Blade Blaster the thing. But that's not as much fun. I don't think I'm going to do that. I am going to... Let me think. I'm just trying to see if there's any good way to take out a 6-in-1 blow right now without a power weapon or anything. Yeah, I mean, the smart thing to do would probably be the Blade Blaster. Especially because that avoids direct... Or that it's direct damage, so it would avoid having to throw dice. Do I have ways to get more energy after that? Not really. I just don't think it's going to matter. I'm going to survive this. So I guess I might as well. Yeah, I mean, it's not as much fun, but I think I'm going to... Okay, I'm just going to Blade Blaster it. From here to from my reserves, Thunder King is dead, and I have won the game as long as I can get through this, which I'm sure I can, but we'll go ahead and play it out. So do I want to even bother fighting Thunder Wave? I mean, I could probably just take all the damage if I really wanted to, but let's play it out. Let's throw some stuff. Might as well. I mean, I say that. Okay, I'm just going to do a flying power kick right now to Cannon Fodder. Maybe I get lucky and can go ahead and take out that Foot Soldier. Almost. I hit it for 2. And then Thunder Wave is going to deal 4 damage to each range. You know what? I think I was supposed to lose a random card earlier and I didn't do it. So I've already cheated. I didn't mean to do that. It's late. I'm getting pretty tired here. I gotta be honest with you. Lead by example, I lost. Oh, you know what? That's not fair. I was supposed to only throw 2 dice because that passive card makes me lose 1. Oh, you're supposed to put a hit token on that card whenever you lose a die. I didn't do that before, so actually, I may have had a better shot at finishing Mondo earlier had I remembered that. Well, I have to remember, especially when you're by yourself. Okay, so this time I actually only hit Cannon Fodder for 1, so that kind of sucks. And then I don't have any energy left, so I don't know, Terra Kick, Cannon Fodder again. That's 1 more. This resolves, does nothing. Yeah, there's really not a lot left that I can do here. Let's... Oh, you know what? I'm forgetting about my Zords here, too. So, Red Battle Zord. 3 dice. Just 2. Cannon Fodder. That's gone. Finally, I can go after Imperial Fist. I guess there's not even any reason to do that except to say that I took out more Mondo cards, though, is there? Because I only needed the 1. There's really no reason to attack anything right now. I just got to get through it. So let's just do that, shall we? That hits me for 3 damage. That goes to the bottom. I mean, I can do Pyramidas now if I want to. which would have added a defense to this. So that goes to the bottom of my deck. Pretty sure I already threw a card there. I'm starting to lose steam here. Pardon me, everybody. Okay, so then Swarm Attack, I'm gonna use Gravesword and throw dice from Red Battlezord again. That puts another damage there. Mondo plays it very differently from anything I've seen before. And that hits Swarm Attack for one more, so it's gone. So I don't have to take any damage from that. That's what I should have been doing this whole time, was just going after the putties, the foot soldiers, obviously. And then Cannon Fodder. Oh, I also gain an energy from Pyramidas, so I'll go ahead and spend it. Play Gold Rush. And just hit that for 2. 2 damage. 1, 2. And that's gone. That would have put 2 putties on the track. Not that it matters at this point. And that's game, folks. I have defeated Mondo. It took longer than it should have. I think if I had remembered that the damage goes on Machine King whenever you don't throw dice, that might have affected the outcome earlier. But I got through it. I accidentally cheated in a couple places that also could have affected this a little bit, but I think I would have still made it here ultimately. Some things made it easier on me, dumb things I did, some dumb things I did made it harder on me, and so it wasn't clean, but I ultimately managed to get there, so that's exciting. And the other thing I was going to say is, I'm still, like I said earlier, not entirely sure if when it says for each ranger when I'm playing solo like this, if I should be taking the extra damage or not. So when it says like 4 to each ranger, should I take 4 or should I take 12? Still having a hard time deciding that and deciding if it's too easy because of that, but I mean, it was not the easiest thing in the world. It still was close, ultimately. But I managed it. I beat Mondo, so that's really exciting. If you think it counts, I beat Mondo, and that's very exciting. Anyway, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed my game. I'm going to do more of these periodically, every now and again, if anybody's interested at all. And I will see you again with lots more stuff here on Evolution. Leave your comments. Let me know if you have ideas about ways I could have strategized better. I'm sure you will. I'm not the best at things like this, but I'm learning. And let me know if you're playing the game and who your favorite rangers are to play as, what you think of the new content, if you've bought that, and all that good stuff. Thanks a lot for watching, folks, and I'll see you again real soon. I was Captain Logan. Bye, folks.